Good day everyone and welcome to this week's session. You are here with Yashin from Modern OneSolve, and the feature I will be showing you how to work with today is an Inventor Sketch tool, which will be the Arc command. So the Arc command is quite nice if you want to create rounded off features or more fluid and organic shapes. So how do I do this? How do I work with the arc command? All I have to do is simply head over to my ribbon. You'll see there is the arc option, and you have three different types of arcs available. The first one is a 3-point arc, and essentially that's exactly how you place it. You define 3 points on your drawing. So in this case, what I'm going to do is just grab the first point at the end of that line. The second point will determine the length of the arc, okay, from start point to end point, and I'm simply going to select a position on my screen. Next up is to define the radius of the arc. So in this case, I can generally define a radius, or I could be more specific by using the HUD display and type that value in, and that will automatically be dimensioned. Okay, so that's a 3-point arc, very easy to use. The next one will be a tangent arc. A tangent arc allows you to draw another arc tangent to an existing line or other arc feature. So in this case, I'm going to define the start position by heading over to my previous arc and choosing its endpoint. Once I define its endpoint, I can generally drag my cursor out to specify the size. To be more specific, I can use the HUD display to type in dimension values. So simply to do that, I can hit tab to give it an angle. I'll give that 120 degrees, and tab again to give it a radius. In this case, I'll go with 16, and that will define this arc's center point. Okay, and you'll notice those dimensions appear on screen. The third type of arc that we have is the center point arc. Okay, this allows you to draw an arc based off any center point that you choose. So it can be the midpoint, end point of a line, pretty much on any piece of geometry. In this case, I'm going to go to this line at the top, find its midpoint, choose the start position of my arc, and you'll notice I can drag it out to gauge how it's going to be sized up. So what it's going to ask me to do is select the start position, and in this case I'm going to choose the end point of the line and go all the way across to the other end, and that will be my center point arc. Okay, so it allows you to define the angle as well as how far it's going to rotate, which will essentially define the entire length of the arc. And just to finish this off, just draw some generic lines and exit my sketch. Of course, creates a closed profile and extrude that geometry. Okay, perfect. So that was a little tutorial on how to use the basics of the arc command. Hope you enjoyed that session. Please stay tuned to our YouTube channel for more content.